Previously on Fort Fritz.
Yes, you're disappearing. It's not a big deal.
This is one of the biggest deals.
Something has been done, and you're disappearing. Def Leppard lied. It is better to fade out.
Flip the quantum regulator and set the coordinates for stop as soon as we hit Z plus 200. Warping time vortex sound.
Vortex into the
Mandaddy, Kaz, and Fritz find themselves deposited on a desolate, craggy hellscape. Coughing, sputtering, confused, they search the horizon. No discernible landmarks in view. Is this New Jersey? They heard New Jersey sucks.
Wait, where's Angela?
Angela!
Angela!
Mandaddy, I
See you guys. But
Hey,
you're
how
not.
you doing? I'm Fritz. You're listening to episode 56. Joined as always by co-host Mandaddy
Hi.
and Kaz.
Yeah.
Where the hell is Angela?
No doubt.
Where is she?
She always does this. Just she disappears. She does some wacky crap to us and then just disappears.
But then we can hear her voice. Angela!
Angela! Angela's!
Angela!
Like Angela 12
Any
to
of 'em.
38.
Any Angela.
Any Angela. The nearest Angela, please respond to my voice.
No, you don't want to ask that.
Yeah, that's true. It's
Not
fine.
here. In Jersey? You kidding me?
Yeah, this seems like it smells like Jersey, but it looks like Ocoee. I don't get
God,
it. It's
no.
the worst of both worlds.
Oh,
We're definitely
geez.
getting lightning like it's Florida, like it's Ocoee. But this none
It's
of
that
this.
weird
is,
rumbling lightning in
Yeah.
the distance, you know, like a Bob Seger song is being written somewhere else. But just where the hell are we? We were disappearing and we disappeared,
But we're
and
back
now we're
now.
here.
I see you.
There's all of
me
me here.
There.
All wonderful. All of
I
me.
see your legs and
Wait,
They're amazing,
you're
actually.
thick and muscular.
I got
Is
some
all of me
thighs, man.
here,
Check out those calves,
or-
motherfucker.
Yeah, you're there. Let me.
grab me.
No.
Grab me.
No. Oh, man, he's grabbing the fuck
There
out
you
of
go.
him.
Thank you.
Oh, that's...
Okay.
Yeah, he's there.
A little
He's still there.
uncomfortable.
Okay,
A little
thank you.
uncomfortable.
He's
Okay.
there. Oh, he's
All right.
there.
You could have
He's
just poked him. You could've just
Okay,
poked him.
okay.
You liking that,
Thank
don't you?
Thank you.
This doesn't bode well. I am shook.
No, this
I feel
doesn't
like,
seem bad at all.
What?
Has anything ever boded well for us? Have we ever had someone that, well, this bodes well? No, it always
we've
bodes
boded
not
well occasionally.
There's been a lot of unwell boding.
Remember the time we got to like? No, yeah, it's been a lot of.
Yeah, that's no. We got to introduce. We had to like interview a
Foreboding.
wresler once, and that's like the only good
Oh,
thing.
yeah,
ever.
that was
a lot of fun.
that guy was funny.
That was really cool.
This doesn't. Wait, hold on. What is it? Was that animals?
No
What
shit.
the?
That's not good. Is that coyotes or like wolves or like
just like anything
orcas?
else?
Guys,
Something?
this is going to be fun. Don't worry.
This
Come on.
does not sound like fun or look like fun. We're in a desert, desolate
Come on.
hellscape. We have
Oh.
no food. We have water. We have no fucking beer.
Walk.
I'm
Okay.
done. Like, you know what? I'm done. I'm gonna lay on the ground.
There we go. Let's just.
I'm gonna let
let's just
whatever howls out there is gonna come up. He's gonna eat me. Lightning strikes me.
yeah,
Guys,
dust
you
to
haven't-
dust, back to
I'm
the
done.
earth. Just
I'm
back
done.
to the earth. I think it's time.
This is too much for me. I want Florida. Florida is already too much for me. This is beyond the beyonds. I'm done. I'm laying down. I'm done.
Yeah. This is all the heat without any of the
Fuck
fun.
it.
So you're saying to me you lived in Florida and the afterlife is to Florida?
You think
It's
this is
not
the
Florida
afterlife?
enough.
Yes.
Oh, this is we're dead.
Oh my God, yes.
You're just
That
assuming
honestly
we're
makes,
dead.
It makes the most sense.
And you seem okay with it too. You seem like really kind of cheery.
It would be an
almost.
end to pain.
I lived the exact same life I did when I was alive. So this is a.
But you've only been here for like 5 minutes. How do you know that? There could
He's
be like punishment and death.
5
and
out of
being-
5. They're good to go.
I'll let you
You hit
figure
him.
that out.
Would live again.
I see a thing over there, guys. Look,
Like a
there's a little
mirage.
crack right here. Look, it looks.
I do
right
see
down
what he's
into a
talking
valley.
about.
It looks like a huge palace in the distance.
I see
Here,
what he's
follow
talking
me.
about, but I feel like
God.
It doesn't look like it's that far away. It looks like.
Yeah, that's
looks
how
like there's a
mirages
palace.
work.
it looks like it could be good, but if you look around us, what suggests that a good, like inviting, palacey kind of place would exist in this terrifying nightmare afterlife thing that we're going through right now? To me, this is inviting danger.
That's bad. It's all bad.
As of
If-
right now, there are two paths, and you will see most of the people behind us who knows who they are. They're
people
going
behind us?
off a certain path. I am walking us to this path right now, and it's only us. I think this is the designated spot,
All right.
kind of like
Oh.
Nemo's sign in the Greek, ancient religion. everyone goes to the river, and that makes you cloud up your mind. But Nemo Sign is where you need to go, and it's a small trickle. And
so you can drink the memories of your past life.
There you go.
Yep.
And then that's where
maybe we can
to the river Styx.
Maybe that's how we get back.
I think this is it.
Okay.
Well, Fritz, take me to the river.
So, have you heard of El Betray?
I have not. No, what is that?
Oh.
Because
I'm excited though.
It's really Petra. So
spelled. How do you spell it?
Petra. But originally, it was known to its ancient inhabitants as Rakmu. RAQ.
Well, that's not even close.
MU.
Rakmu sounds cooler.
Everyone else calls it Egypt, but we call it.
But of course, everyone knows where Jordan is, right?
Yes. Well,
these are the bulls.
I'm aware of Jordan. I don't. If you ask me to pick it out on a map, I don't think I'd be able to.
So
I've heard of it.
What are some
limited knowledge.
buzzwords?
Is it near Syria?
Yes. Yep. The Sikh is carved into a 0.7 mile long, winding, narrowed valley trail, and in this valley, it's about a quarter mile long at its thickest point, but 300 to 600 feet tall. So it's this very narrow, tall column of sandstone. And when you get to the end of the tunnel, you see, which is the Sikh, S-I-Q, you see Al-Khazneh, which is K-H-A-Z-N-E-H. The Khazneh structure is the opening portal to their treasury. So Rakmu or El Betray, their treasury is Khazneh, and it is one of the most amazing structures, just totally carved into the sandstone valley.
And so this is
and how high is it?
300 to 600 feet. Which is like seven stories.
Well, they've got multiple. It's like a city in there, right? It sounds like they've got multiple different buildings. So it could be, story 1, the treasury. Story 2, the brothel.
Not only that.
Story 3, a pinkberry.
Mm-hmm.
Story 4, Ace's basement.
We don't know why we put it up there. We know we put it up there. It's supposed to be down in the basement, but Ace's basement, they just go so crazy with it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ace's basement.
So this entire city. It has elements of Hadrian's Wall, which was Rome's defensive architectural footprint as far north as England's Hadrian Wall. This part of Jordan has remnants of Hadrian's Wall, and it's a very sculpted...
Like stylistically?
Settlement, yes.
Okay.
And it's still there. Some edifices have been taken away, probably for other archaeological purposes. But this thing is amazing, and it's entirely cut out of the valley.
And what was the society that created it? Was it the Romans, the ancient Greeks?
Well, I mean, basically, this entire terrain was taken over eventually by the ancient Greeks, who renamed it blah 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 blah. But
that's a weird language. I've never understood it.
The Nabatean kingdom. So Petra or Petra, again, is believed to have been settled as early as 9000 BC, and then it was established in the 4th century BC as the capital city of the Nabatean kingdom.
Wow. So 5,000 years of people living in this canyon.
Before one dude showed up. Everything is before one dude showed up. Everything is in timeline. It's like, okay, everything before this dude showed up.
There's the Nabatean king is like, I created 5,000 years of peace in this canyon. And they're like, nah, Jesus, but like he showed up and now it's a different time.
How old was that guy? He created 5,000 years. That guy was fucking old, dude.
And we're sitting here talking about Jesus. Exactly. What was the Nabatean king's name?
Yeah.
This is
5,000-year-old peaceful native of this canyon.
This is what totally blows my mind about this. The Nabateans were known for adapting to that fucking desert life. So whenever any other opponent took it over, it would not last long, because they knew how to cultivate rainwater. As little of it that fell, everybody would collect it, and they were.
It's basically like Dune.
Yep, they were particularly skillful in 1, harvesting rainwater, 2, agriculture. They made that little bit of water go a long way, and 3, stone carving, because Jesus Christ.
I was going to say web design.
Collecting water. Coders. Love the water.
web design. That was the three pillars of that society.
Jesus Christ, this shit is so fucking amazing. Like
That's the
literally, it's insane. Like how much was carved out of these valleys, and then there's also columns that go up to show that it kind of supported like some kind of interstate like system where two roads intersected for the first time, and all of that land is also built up like they were terraforming, and then nothing after that. So they were like, was it an idea? Or was it like no one wanted to trust that bridge?
I can see
That's
that.
how fucking amazing this civilization was.
And that's what always fascinates me about ancient civilizations, that so many of them just have a drop-off point where it's just they flourished for centuries and then just stopped. You
They
know,
elected
either
terrible
another
demagogue, and then they just fucking...
Yes, some got destroyed by other civilizations, some got ravaged by disease, some just fucking disappeared.
By the
some
way,
they're just like, no idea.
That was the Petra Roman Road, which was like
nice.
one of the first major intersections
Like
where it was
ancient
actually
408.
terraformed. Yeah, it was actually terraformed. Oh my god!
So yeah, no, the idea that you're hanging out in this canyon and you've just finished construction on this brilliant, gorgeous treasury, and you're like, man, Pete, let's I gotta head back to my house. And they're like,
Ancient Pete.
Ancient Pete, I'm knackered. I gotta head back to the house, take a quick nap. And then you're like, they just put the bridge up. It's quicker, but
You want to take the bridge?
I think Ancient Travis was the one who designed it, and I don't think he's...
Can we stop calling ourselves ancient whatever? I mean, we all know we're
It's
ancient.
the time now. We're not ancient. It's current time. We're new.
How amazing is it though? Like thinking that this valley in the desert had something that was just easily guardable, you know?
Right.
All it took was someone just a couple 100 feet away
Fortification.
Oh, so many. Yeah.
aiming down, you know, like that height advantage.
I have the high ground.
And they
Ancient Pete, please.
they tunneled into these caves like to make this fucking awesome city.
Handmade tools, we're
Yep.
assuming, right? Like, unless they had
Oh, yeah.
power tools back in whatever.
In the first century ever. Yeah, sure.
And those things are from what I understand, it's elaborate carvings, right?
Oh
Like,
my god, yes. It's been a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1985, and UNESCO described it as one of the most precious cultural properties of man's cultural heritage. Just amazing columns, theaters. Every commerce, every store had its own columns carved out of this sandstone valley.
That's insane.
And there would also be alleys. So if you were walking with a group of people, like, you know, almost like traffic in cars, but like leaving for the day, things like that, there would be stones you could slip behind and continue walking the opposite direction of where you just walked and take stairs to go onto the tops of these sandstone valleys.
I want to go there now.
It's-
So you're
it's incredible.
Yeah, you're definitely convincing me.
One thing about ancient civilizations is they fucking love some columns.
Yeah, they
They're
do.
all ancient civilizations just
What's more
really
important
digging
than
the
a column?
columns.
The column is
It's the thing that holds up shit.
right. Yeah. They're like, we need that thing. We need this to be up. What's
Yeah,
the
we
thing
need something
do?
that we like it down here, but we could put it up there. That'd
What
be
do we
great.
need? There's a thing that I can do.
Squirrels.
Squirrels,
Dogs
yes,
and
tons of
squirrels.
squirrels,
Also,
lots of
Pixar
squirrels.
animation.
If we just pack squirrels on top of each other
Yes.
forever.
Squirrels upon squirrels is what I have. You try to decipher, but you still don't know what I have.
So that sounds fine, but where does it say anything about a terrifying hellscape afterlife, just devoid of
Barren
life, with howling
wasteland.
monsters? I haven't heard any of it.
Yeah, I don't like the sounds in the distance. I mean, it
I
just
mean,
sounds
this
like
is
they're
all
hungry.
stuff,
Whatever
you
they are,
know,
they're hungry.
This is all stuff I read when I was alive.
Wait, you're still convinced we're dead, right?
Yeah, of course.
He's talking to me like he's alive, and
Well,
he's
I don't wanna-
more there than he was, like, earlier.
I'm sorry.
when-
There was half of you yesterday, and now there's more
Now
of you,
there's
but
more of
you're
you.
dead or are happy about dead.
Maybe
I don't
this
just
is-
don't get it. I don't want to die again. If
I
we
think-
died once, I don't want to die again being eaten
I
by
think I'm
something.
100% dead right now. I'll tell you. What the hell is that?
Oh, Jesus.
That does not
Christ,
sound good,
man.
dude.
What is this?
Again. Ugh. I don't want to be here.
I don't want to be here. I don't care if we died or not. I don't want to be here. I don't want to.
We gotta get out.
I don't want to be double
Run to the
dead.
palace.
Yep.
Run to the palace. We're going into the palace. Run to the palace. Oh, this is going to be great. Now we get to have exercise too. How can this get worse?
Wait a minute.
At least
are
your
we
blood will be pumping when you're dead.
We're virgins.
Oh, I want to be tired and dead. Awesome. I'm exhausted.
First time dead.
Okay. All right, run.
Okay, all right, we're going to get the fuck out of here. We're going to run to this fucking, I don't care, some palace mirage in the distance and try not to be eaten by these horrible vampire wolves in the distance or whatever they are.
The vampire wolves! Oh my God!
God damn it! Yeah, those are vampire wolves! It sounds like I've seen them before, and that's one of them! Run! Fucking run! All right, we're going to take a break! You're listening to Fort Fritz. Hopefully we won't die again!
The gang decides to head for the only discernible landmark in the foreseeable area. As they cautiously head towards it, the howling of the wind and the unseen creatures chill their spines. You guys, the narrator was not at all...
Yeah, that guy's got some issues.
He's
not peppy enough.
He needs to write those things down before he tries to say it.
It's a lot easier that way. You can actually just read it, you know?
Anyway, so...
I mean, that guy's a volunteer, though.
I respect his game.
He's not getting any money.
Yeah. Wait, is anyone getting any money?
We can talk about that later.
Damn it.
Oh my God! Look, It looks like there's a tiny opening here in this rock.
That's what she said.
Let's start
man, this is
moving our way past it.
Okay,
it's dark back there, but I don't care.
Palatial. This is not like as
palatial.
Palatial.
Spiderwebs! Spiderwebs!
Desert spiders are bad. Desert spiders.
Definitely. I do not. You guys know I don't fucking deal well with spiderwebs.
Who does?
Why would you put fucking spiderwebs in this?
We're
canyon?
following you.
Get the fuck out of the way with you. You don't really care about spiders. We're in fucking hell right now. There's howling shit. No. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
What the fuck?
It's the biggest spiderweb I've ever seen.
No, wait.
Behind the spider web.
Turn around. Look over here.
Oh my God.
Right.
Wow, look at that.
They're huge.
That is at least 200 feet of just massive carved figures. Just, I don't know.
They're
That's
huge.
Not good.
But
That's
it doesn't appear that there's anything. It looks like just a channel, almost like a canyon, like that we can go into there.
Yeah, but they're like the guardians of it, like 200-foot just carved
kind of
out
like a Never-Ending Story. Remember Never-Ending Story?
This looks like millions of hours.
Waiting for it to end, then I can watch it on Netflix.
This looks like millions of hours of hand-wrought perfection on these two areas.
This is
incredible.
It's ornate.
Look at this.
If you look up, these are two people. Like, look, this is an old man, and this is like a young lady. Like, it's
beautiful.
So it's artistic. It's like a Walmart greeter and a Walmart cashier or something. Like, come on in and buy something.
They're holding something.
What are they holding?
What are the signs? They're holding signs. The signs say stuff. Is that in English?
Hold on.
You guys know I got a problem with that.
It's not.
Yeah. Okay. One of them says, "Don't go."
Well, that's not
okay.
Honest.
No, let's go. We're out here. We're out here. Giant statue just said, "Don't go."
Don't
I'm out
go.
Here.
Don't leave. Now you're here. Don't go.
Oh
away.
Shit! Oh great! Now it's like a codependent statue or something
don't
like that.
Don't go. Please don't
go. Text me.
Oh
great.
No.
We got needy giant statues. This should go well.
What's the other one say?
Okay, let me look. I gotta squint. It says, "In here." Seriously. Even a young girl back then said seriously. That's so great. Even young Skelcher said seriously. That's
still
like you literally shouldn't go in here like at all.
Was it SRSLY?
If I may, Cass.
Seriously?
He's not okay. So that pause. He said in here, and then he paused. Seriously, it almost looks like rudimentary emojis. That may have been lost to time.
Yeah,
but that's so. Just let your imagination wander. It looks like there are some.
I see.
There are some.
The money face where the face has got the money eyes,
but it's not complete.
Right, like they had the idea, but it's not like quite there yet.
And why would their money face look like that?
This seems strange to me. This is.
Well, I mean, hieroglyphics are basic, ancient emojis.
But that
Yeah, that's all it is. We were, when
it doesn't look like a normal face. It's contorted and strange.
Thank you. It looks like it's smelling a bad pickle.
The concept of a bad pickle is now going to really stick with me because
how much worse could it get?
Right. That's
how much more funky and pickly could something get?
It's crossed over. It goes to the next level.
When does it start to smell like chemical? Almost.
When pickles die.
This is what it sounds
like when pickles die.
Maybe I'm just like this pickle.
I have been far too bright.
I knew it was coming. I knew someone had it. Thank you. We have never in our lives backed down from a warning, from a sign, from something telling us to get out.
What now?
And our lives, which is the time that I've known you, which is what?
That is our lives, I guess. Our lives do not start.
Yeah, you're right. So in that time, when have any of us ever heeded the warning on a sign, especially when held by old people and young people?
Fuck it.
They understand. But you know what? Fuck them. We're going in there because I don't want to.
Let us sally forth.
Let's do it.
Sally forth.
Let us sally forth. We shall sally.
That's how you sally.
Okay.
You know what? Actually, we should probably be more quiet. Because I don't know where the fuck we are, and it's hell or the afterlife, purgatory.
If you're with me, it's hell. If you're with me, yeah.
There you go. That's a quiet Sally. I didn't think it'd be possible.
I'm trying to whisper.
It's perfect.
I'm trying to whisper. Slipknot ready.
I enjoy this sallying soundtrack that we have. Like I feel like it's providing
it's like our own little Spotify, little Fritzify.
This is he's giving us a beat.
It's nice. It's kind of
wait. Are you doing lyrics too?
Listen.
Whoa! Wait. I'm definitely hearing that. That's not him. That's not him. He's doing the beat. There's someone else doing it.
Yeah, and those aren't the lyrics of the Slipknot song. I've heard that album. That's
you don't know what Slipknot sounds like.
Oh, I think I know a few things.
Well, you don't know what he's saying.
Yeah, but anyway, wait, listen. He's getting even more nondescript. We're not alone. That's all I know. We're not alone. We're definitely not alone.
Several other voices joining in.
Yeah, okay. Wait. There's like 5 or 6 or like more. There's like maybe 10,000. I don't. Guys, this is not cool. We are inside a cave. We're inside some sort of ornate structure with giant pillars hanging out. I'm a little scared. Don't you know that Egyptians traveled to the Grand Canyon?
What?
Yeah.
The United States Grand Canyon?
No. Which other Grand Canyon is there? Are there other? No, it's the Grand Canyon, not the Grandeur or the Grand. It's the Grand Canyon.
It's not a Grand Canyon.
It's not the Grandy. It's the Grandy Canyon. It's kind of grandy. It's the Grand Canyon.
It's the Grand Canyon. It's not the Grand Canyon, though, right?
No, it's the Grand Canyon. Fuck this.
Yeah, okay.
That's right there. Well, check it out. A lot of people don't know this, but it is completely irrefutable and beyond a shadow of a doubt that Egyptians had a society inside the Grand Canyon.
What? Egyptians?
It's true.
It's
just true. There were Egyptians inside the Grand Canyon way before a white man got here, way before the Native Americans were here. There were ancient Egyptians inside the Grand Canyon. But the fact of the matter is that on April 5th, 1909, in an edition of the Arizona Gazette, it had an article about the discovery of a series of bizarre caves and even artifacts in the Marble Canyon region of the Grand Canyon.
That's insane.
And this is reported by 2 Smithsonian... Weird, get you all the time. Smithsonian-funded archaeologists, Professor S.A. Jordan and Professor G.E. Kincaid. And they discovered a giant cave structure that shows undeniable proof that there is an ancient Egyptian civilization inside the Grand Canyon.
That completely changes the narrative of human migration from Africa to the other parts of the world.
But did they migrate? Or did they transport?
Well, why would they want to go where it's like it's hot as shit at the bottom of the Grand Canyon?
Well, have you been to Egypt? Have you gone to Egypt for the nice, cool winters?
No. Okay, no.
Yeah, just going skiing in Egypt, want to make a snowman at the Giza.
Why would they? It's hot as shit at the bottom of the Grand Canyon.
They went and found the exact same thing that they're like, they came out like, this is not the same,
all right. I'm just saying it is. It's fucking hot.
But no, these two guys, and they're from the Smithsonian, and they found, and it's a whole article. You can find the whole article. It's right there. And very similar, in my mind, to the Roswell articles. Because when Roswell happened, you can find the articles of saying they found ships. They even have articles that were posted the day of that say they found bodies. And then the next day, like, oh, no, it was a weather balloon.
We were just funning.
Yeah, we're just joshing.
Which newspaper was this reported in? Because this seems like if it was something that was actually reported, then you're right. We could make a print of it right now, put it on the fucking billboard, and more people would know about it.
There it is. It's the Arizona Gazette, 1909. And the odd thing is that now, if you go to the Smithsonian, there is no information about this. It has all been wiped clear. They've given the Men in Black thing. There is no information.
What?
They claim that none of this happened. They'll even go to the point of saying those people didn't exist. And
Jesus.
even the article is there.
That's
it's
heartless.
got, and they claim that they found an area, a cavernous area that could even support up to 50,000 people.
50,000?
Yeah, and they say they found artifacts, and they all had a combination of either Egyptian and they would say Oriental. Look, they claim to found
Asian, right?
Right, yeah, but this is 1909.
1909 racist shit, yeah, but like whatever. They were learned men, GE and.
They were trying.
HA.
They were trying. They said they even found a giant Buddha there,
What?
so a combination of Buddha and Egyptian kind of feel.
Wow. So
and the craziest thing is that it's a very hard to get to location. It's very difficult to traverse. And right now, there is still an entrance to where they said it was, and it's being guarded by a soldier with an M16.
what?
There is a soldier with an M16, just one dude. I guess that's his gig. You're just
Let's go get him.
Right.
Well,
right. We can take him.
No, we'll just do the old. Like I've played so many video games, so you got to get one guy away from a door, right? You like
Throw a rock.
You throw a rock.
Get under a box.
Or box, perfect. Some type of tasty thing, like just within his view to make him walk away.
Do you have any tasty stuff with you?
Oh, we're in hell though. I don't know.
Yeah, where there's I am devoid of all tastiness.
I'm probably
Why do you
the
guys call
tastiest
this
thing out
hell?
there right now.
You know that you're
because we died. And have you heard the shit me and him say all the time? There's no way we went anywhere else.
You guys know that your mindset is dependent on the reality you want to project onto yourself, right?
Yes.
What is this, like romp the shit going on here?
All you guys have to do is just think of a positive environment and embrace it around yourself.
Why don't you shove that hippie shit right up your ass?
We're in hell.
We're in hell.
Because
okay?
we're in goddamn hell.
We're dealing with, there's voices, there's
I just said
vampire
goddamn
wolves.
hell.
I mean, fuck. I mean, what more do you need to know that we're not in the happy place right now?
If it's not hell,
You guys are making me
it's
upset.
a cousin.
But we might have a way out, because here's David Icke. You've heard of David Icke. He's a guy that has some really great ideas and then some really stupid fucking crap. Actually,
Okay.
more stupid crap than great ideas. But he claims that the entrance to the fourth dimension is contained within that area in the Grand Canyon. And so the ancient Egyptians did not travel here like across land. They traveled and transported
And
here.
that's why they could just hit like India and get the Buddhist stuff.
Right.
And
Oh
then
my god.
Yeah, they're just on vacay.
They were just like basically portal gunning around the world in ancient
Wouldn't
times.
you if you could?
If I found it, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd probably have a guy standing with an M16 outside of that too to make sure no one was like using my portal when
Yeah.
I didn't want them to.
You have one guy.
Just one
with
dude.
one gun.
So you know what? Well, means I'm probably have only enough money to pay for one guy to stand there, and only
Okay.
probably one gun. Honestly,
I
it's probably me. I don't
wanted
have.
to make sure.
I'd spend the entire time guarding that door instead of actually using the portal to
Right.
Just
Sam-
I could
Sam-
really go in there, but I'm just
Well,
too
right.
afraid anyone else is going to use it.
I'm
How
going
much-
to be doing that same thing.
How much do they trust this man with the M16 who has the fourth dimension behind him and is like just a good soldier standing there like, you know what? Nope.
Hey,
fucking
maybe
out.
it's been the same dude since 1909.
Then maybe they just let that's his
like,
off time.
He's like an ancient soldier of
Yeah.
Egyptian times. You know, he's like, yeah, he's been there the entire time.
He just got modernized weaponry.
Like in the which one is it?
Aliens.
Indiana Jones and the
Last Crusade.
yes, and where they find the guy that's been guarding the the Holy
The-
Grail.
the
Holy
knight.
Grail.
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
guy that's been guarding the Holy Grail the
Yeah.
entire time. It's like the same thing, except it's a dude with an M16.
But that
and
dude
he's been out there since
wasn't guarding
1909.
shit. Like he didn't stop anyone from doing anything. So
Yeah, this is like starting the fucking like fourth or third World War. What would be really funny is like this was like an old throwaway script that Ian Fleming's first draft was like, One man guards the entrance to the start of World War III. No, not believable. Just throws it away.
Crumples it up. No,
Number
yeah,
two,
that's
a man is playing poker and he's super lucky. Let's start
and he's
with
also dashingly handsome.
But of course.
believable.
And so, if you take all of this information that is all completely real and there's no way it's false, we can all completely know beyond a shadow of a doubt that Egyptians had a huge society inside the Grand Canyon before there were Native Americans that has a portal to the fourth dimension, and underneath Los Angeles there is a hidden reptilian city. And we could all just agree to that. It's true. It's just fact. Okay, it's science, people.
That's a hard sell.
It's not. It's truth. I mean, there's an old
Truth
ancient
sometimes
guy.
is a hard sell.
Yeah, I know. Nowadays, isn't it?
It's depends upon how fake your news is.
Truth isn't the truth. God, that makes me sick just even saying it. Ugh.
Halt and state your intentions.
Was that English? He spoke English. I heard English, so maybe it's not hell?
It sounded like he said hell.
He was pretty sharp.
Is hell...
You're probably in hell.
Oh, shit.
Just let you know.
Again, I'm not really... Is he speaking
It's
English?
definitely English. I understand. It's negative.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's a
but
negative tone.
Well, there's a good chance we're in hell. I mean, the guy said it.
Again, specifically English.
There's just a good
Sounds
chance
like
there's like a translation going on. Some sort of ancient magic thing. But you're probably in hell. Just saying.
It's like an ancient Google translating thing where I can kind of halfway understand him.
Way before Google. Ancient shit, yo.
All right, I heard shit, yo.
Okay, so then the English
they're really down with the idioms of the time.
I don't know what's going on. I'm really afraid now.
That's one of the most English phrases that you can. The
guy seems really into it. So I guess we need to figure this shit out.
I'm like a little grossed out.
I'm grossed out. I'm terrified, and I'm intrigued.
All of this.
Oh, look! See, finally broke him down.
Now you're starting to understand.
Now you understand your plight. Now
We're
you
in a
get what's going
dark
on, right?
Cave,
see,
weird
everything's not fucking rainbows and sunshine.
And they already listen to Slipknot. They know about that shit.
Right.
So give it. People have to be so mean to me.
Which not about the Bee Gees? They don't want you to want the Bee Gees to you.
The Bee Gees are staying alive.
But you're not. You're not. You're dead. You're dead. You get that now, don't you? The Bee Gees stayed alive. You did. And you died. He's still getting through it. He's still getting through it. He's still getting through it. Still getting through it.
Alright, while these idiots break down and cry like little pussy boys, we're gonna take a break. You're listening to Fort Fritz!
A zealous crowd surrounds our heroes as they are prodded towards an unknown destiny. They are visibly shaken and afraid by the situation. Gruff voices tear at them from every angle.
Who are you?
What's happening? What will become of them?
I'm gonna fuck you in the face.
These are gruff motherfuckers.
Some gruff sons of bitches over there, man.
Just getting face
rough.
fucked?
I don't
I don't
know.
know who said that. Thankfully, we're past that point.
Let's keep moving.
Jesus Christ.
And now that we're in hell, it seems like
Be
I'm
ashamed
going
of
to
yourself,
get sentenced
Mandaddy.
to prison or face fucking or one of like the 7 horrors that can befall us here.
Whose outsiders have wandered into these hallowed halls of bedrock?
It's
We're like a podcast.
It's the Fort Fritz.
Like,
The Fort Fritz
we
boys,
get
right?
together
Like-
and we drink beer and make jokes and
Yeah,
you know,
like, it's the crew. You got the crew with you, baby.
What's up,
Allow me
yo?
to-
Hey.
It's the Fort Fritz crew -1.
Oh yeah, -1. Angela's not here.
She's here, but she's here in spirit. She's here.
She's
in our
always
hearts.
with us.
She's always here.
I think
And
we
if she
got
is
this.
here and she can, make her voice heard to help us in some way right now.
We did
Angela,
it.
can you help us? You'd be ready.
Please,
If you
Angela.
help- Please, Angela.
Please, God. Please, Angela.
Right
Please,
now,
Angela.
for once, please, Angela.
We've sojourned for so many moons in order to
Angela.
find our...
Oh God, please don't kill us.
Just don't kill us. Just don't kill us. We've already died
Whoever
once.
you
Please
are,
don't
gruff
kill us
voice
again.
monster.
Yeah, dude in the sky. The
This is
dude
not-
in the sky. Please don't kill us. Just please don't kill
I'll
us.
die
man.
right now.
One
I
episode.
honestly don't
Beautiful.
care. I'll kill me right now, please.
At this point, it's
Stop.
The terror that I'm feeling has put me beyond wanting to continue to experience this. I'll die again. It wasn't that bad the first time.
'Twill not be us that judges your fate, funny boys. Jormund will determine your fate. To the mountain with them!
Oh, God damn it. That never sounds
That's never
like
good. That's
to
never
be
good.
sent to the...
Oh, God damn it, dude.
We'll walk to the mountain.
That's some prodding. That's some
That's
some prodding right there, man. Dude. Oh, got me right in the peach pit. Come on, let's keep going. Let's keep going, man.
My Achilles. All right, my Achilles.
Okay, stop. Okay, we're going. We're walking. Stop with the prodding.
And little did they know that peach pits would be had by all. The Satan's peach pit of justice. What's that sound you guys hear? It's like a rhythmic kind of
throbbing
almost drum, like
Sounds like Skrillex.
Oh God, it's not that bad, is it?
No, but it sounds like...
Skrillex. Where are you at?
Yo, man, flip your hair over and be cool.
And
Fucking piece of shit. It's like we're being led to a ritual or something like that. If I hear a bunch of drums and chanting, we're all fucked, is all I know.
Patience lasts only a few hours in godless country.
I just lost him.
Shit. Fuck. Oh, shit.
What
is he okay?
eat?
Dude, you okay?
You okay, buddy? Oh, that doesn't look good. He's gonna hork up something, man. You got a hairball, buddy?
Dust.
Oh, wait. Ooh, that's not a hairball.
Who's losing it?
You need a little gassy? A little gassy, buddy? Need a little Pepto or something? Need a little pat on the back there, big guy? What's going on?
I think you just fell asleep.
You fell asleep while choking. That's not a good thing.
As
They say bat boys don't last long in Raven Country.
Well, so if you look up to the extremely ominous underground mountain that we're being led to,
I don't like underground mountains. It's
got torches all over. This has got to be
thousands
of feet high.
Is that like a stalactite or a stalagmite of doom? I can't tell.
Both.
It's just
It's both.
Maybe.
It's a mite because
It's a
they
mite.
stand mighty. The stalactites
There's
stay
fucking. You can
tight
see
from the
there's like
ceiling.
torchlit paths all over. That's a legitimate mountain, underground, and it's. Like you said, it's almost like ritualized. Like, what are we doing? We're getting like sent to a thing.
I'm thinking sacrifice. That's
Are they
all I
gonna
can think
pin
of.
us on it or
They're
something?
going to kill the dead guys. They're
Like
definitely going
Prometheus?
to kill the dead guys.
Why would they? What would be the point of that? It's so redundant.
To double kill us.
Yeah, I guess that. If you're going to be able to do something like that, that's cool.
Why
Right?
wouldn't you?
Like,
I mean,
right.
it's like, well,
if something comes back from the dead and you're like, yeah, well, I got it. I got to take it back.
like if you tell people you're a murderer, like, whoa, you're like, I'm a double murderer. Like,
hey,
you killed two
Angelo?
people. It's like, no, I killed someone twice.
Angela, these candles are not
that's
on.
pretty big.
Pretty badass. I'd do it if I could.
You guys know I work part-time making sure these candles are always filled with oil, right?
I was wondering who did that because
That's what I do.
Like
Yeah,
when I
I
watch
know.
Game of Thrones, they go into a room. There's like a 10,000 candles. Like, who the heck has that job? You know.
This is the thing.
Game of
so,
Thrones slaves.
I just want to know. This is really weird and this is very strange. Does this remind anyone of anything? Because that's usually what happens at this point.
Actually, now that you mention it, you guys ever hear of Mount Tsurugi?
Is that an underground mountain where they're about to kill us?
It's an above ground mountain, but
okay,
they might have been about to kill people there. It's and obviously, like we like to do here on Fort Fritz, I'm probably butchering the name of this place, but Tsurugi.
Tsurugi.
Tsurugi. Anyway, it's a beautiful mountain. It started what I read was the alpine culture in Japan in the 60s when people actually started getting into climbing and doing outdoorsy shit. This is like a very alpine trail. There's like a lot of hiking and stuff. It's a gorgeous mountain.
Let's get healthy and climb that shit.
Yeah, let's get physical.
So it's a beautiful mountain, heavily touristed area, but there's some strange happenings that occur around Mount Tsurugi.
Is it kind of like haunted like the Mount Fuji foothills or no?
I would say
the Suicide
no.
Forest?
Right, so no.
This is more like Return to Witch Mountain.
This is, what would I liken this to? This is more like, kind of like National Treasure. You ever see National Treasure with Nicolas Cage?
Of course,
yeah.
who hasn't?
It's
Of course I
exactly
haven't.
like that, but with a mountain.
Okay.
So,
I think all of our listeners right now know exactly what we're
Yeah,
talking
they're
about.
dead on.
Perfect. Yeah.
In-
All right.
that was the name of the movie, right?
Yes,
The
it
one-
was.
Okay.
You kidding me? Come on.
Was it ever?
Worse. 7 out
A
of 7.
man named Masanori Takane in 1936 decided that he had several theories about the juxtaposition of Christian biblical myths and certain sort of ancient Japanese stories that he was able to draw parallels from. There's like weird saints or biblical figures that did or said things that have a parallel in in these like ancient writings that he was a student of. So he kind of put two and two together through through scholarly research and decided that there was something of note to be excavated or to be explored on Mount Tsurugi. And he believed, or at least the prevailing theory after that, was that he was searching for Noah's Ark, that he believed that Noah's Ark was beached on Mount Tsurugi and that he was going to be able to identify the place where it happened.
His time on Earth was spent going through ancient biblical texts.
Right, this man's a scholar, and then he decides, you know what, in 1936, he's going to lead an excavation to the mountain,
which
to
is
start digging up stuff. And
but everyone knows it was on Mount Ararat, of course.
Oh, yeah.
It's common knowledge.
White people fake news.
No, it's just that's where the giant boat that obviously could contain every single animal on Earth existed, because that's a thing that could have happened.
Well, and when
it's really happened.
If you're Noah, or like Noah's boys, like in the area of Noah at the time,
it's the lamest gang ever.
Noah's boys.
Hey, with a Z. It had to be with a Z.
Hey, what you doing with them zebras, dog? So yeah, Noah probably, like, every animal to Noah was like 20 or 30 animals. It was like, fucking the animals in the area, I'm gonna save these and we're gonna put them on the thing and then we're gonna go. Like,
no, it was every single
on
animal.
Earth, which
walrus eye,
oh my God,
mosquitoes,
Mandaddy. Okay, come on. We know how
bobcats,
you feel about this. Just stop, okay? No one,
crawdads,
other than you thinks
no
that
one
this did
believes
not
in
happen.
Noah other than you.
Thank
all right,
you.
like we have
Thank you.
completely abandoned that myth, and you continue to push it on us.
Also, thank you to Jack Chick Tracks, our newest sponsor.
I was wondering about that.
What?
So, 1936, Masanori Takane decided he was going to conduct an expedition to the mountain and try to excavate a site that he believed was going to contain artifacts or potentially lead to Noah's Ark, the placement of Noah's Ark.
How long would that hike be? Would it be like a couple of days, maybe a week?
I imagine the area looks pretty remote, and they don't have specifics on the the timeline of what happened there. It's kind of, you get the beginning, middle, end. But from what I understand, there are several parts of it that are tough hikes, but they also have that's why it's such a popular mountain. There are easy areas where you can just kind of foothill around, and then there's like go climb and be a badass on this face or whatever of the mountain. So in 1936, he goes with a team. They go to start to excavate, and they find stuff. They start finding artifacts. They find start finding pieces of essentially masonry, walls, and things like that.
Fucking masonry?
Right?
They found fucking masonry.
Fucking masonry.
Fucking masonry.
You bet your fucking ass they did.
Goddamn fucking masonry.
Look at this.
Christ.
Hey, guys, I found some fucking masonry over there.
Wait. I just found regular ass masonry over here. You got fucking masonry over there?
Hey, fucking Paul, you got fucking masonry?
Oi!
Hey, what's Tom Brady gonna do this year, Paul?
Hey, boy, got some fucking masonry over there. How's your father?
So, they find bits of pottery. They find artifacts, right? And it's difficult to date any of them, but one of the more significant discoveries was of a tunnel, the entrance to a tunnel. Upon
Sounds
further
badass.
exploration, they basically secured an area, I think it was around 150 meters, that is clearly has been constructed to contain something. It was almost like a
vessel?
a vault or something.
Yeah.
They found a room that was separate from the rest of the mountain, and it had something in it. Shortly thereafter, the Japanese government stepped in and shut the excavation down. There were several months. There was a lot of resupply and things like that. And then after a certain bit, they were told, "You're not allowed to do this anymore." Basically, the government stepped in. The guy with the M16 shows up, stands in front of the tunnel, and
always
says,
one of those guys.
"No more." And that's where this story kind of, from that perspective, from Masanori Takane's perspective, drops off. The theories on what's in that contained area go from Noah's Ark to bits of an ancient civilization that was carved into the side of this mountain, to the location of King Solomon's treasure, to some ancient Japanese folklore of a monster that was housed or basically imprisoned in the mountain.
So basically, everything from folk culture to real religious, cutting edge history redefining things.
Exactly.
Either it's
something completely mundane or literally earth-shatteringly different than your entire world will allow.
It's one or the other. It's just one or the other. That's how it goes.
So anyway, there was another guy that went, let's call it like 30, there was another excavation sent roughly 20, 30 years later, and the exact same thing happened. The guy he had the funds, he started to dig into this area, started finding things, and started telling people about that, and shortly thereafter, the Japanese government stepped in, designated the entire area a national park, and forbade any excavation or attempts to excavate the land, right? Like
to dig further.
Right. They were basically barred from exploring.
We found as much as we need to know about this area.
Yeah.
Away with you.
Well, I think
you found as much as we're allowing you to find about this area.
I don't know. There's a lot of things that my team are now digging up.
You don't have a team.
Well,
it's just you. You've got to stop saying that you have other people working with you. It's just you.
But I've been working a lot.
Yeah, by yourself. You don't have a team. I'm very proud of your achievements, but it's just you.
What about that thing right there?
That's your hand.
So can you tell me about that?
That's your hand. That's the thing you're using to dig. It's not a team. That's your hand.
What about that, though?
That's your other hand. You have two hands. That's how that works.
I don't... Okay.
God, this guy.
So one of the more spooky legends around Mount Tsurugi is that it is guarded by a 40-foot, 5-foot wide python or snake.
Wow. What the fuck are you, snake, man?
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, okay, anything he could end on? No, fuck me. Python.
Yeah.
Christ.
There are...
The length was one thing. It's the width that freaks me the fuck out.
5 feet around, yeah.
Yeah, you can put like a fucking Volkswagen in that thing.
A person.
No, thank you.
So, legend has it that a large serpent guards the mountain.
Really large serpent.
And there was actually I believe it was the 80s, there was a legitimate sighting from some workers that worked at the national park who said that they saw an unusually large serpent, went to go investigate, and then found unusually large serpent tracks around broken, downed trees.
Well, serpents don't have tracks, they have a track. It's just one long track.
He would track one way, and then he'd track the other way, and then you got
just one long track.
Well, yeah, I mean... semantically, yes, fine. One snake track existed, appeared to be multiples from the perspective of the observers.
As he's scratching his head.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Now he's erasing several lines of dialogue. He's making sure he's getting the right verbiage.
Just saying. I mean, they just slither. They don't go dut, 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 dut. They go...
Fucking look at him. He's second guessing everything.
And he's giving me the jibbies.
It's
I got the jibbies right now. We're talking about big snakes. I don't like snakes. So yeah, big snake on the mountain. What the fuck else? So in addition to these, mythically huge snake that protects the mountain, there is topographical evidence. That's how you would say that. Topographical. Topographical.
Depends on what you say next.
Well, what is topological? Is that even a word?
No.
Okay, so then if I would have said topological is not a word, then that would have been appropriate. And then
topographical
is the only one of those.
Topology is, though. Topology.
But topological, I don't know.
As the adjective?
Sure.
Anyway, so there is evidence to suggest that the very top of one of the peaks of the mountain is man-made, is not an actual... is meant to appear to be the top of a craggy peak of a mountain, but is part of a structure that is, they believe, the essentially capstone to the imprisonment of some giant, terrifying mythological beast, some type of mythological treasure. So just some dudes living in the mountain who died a long time ago, or whatever, whatever you want.
So it's
just a cool spot that
it's just a cool spot that's weird, and people want to check it out.
They don't want to go there. You might see a giant snake. You might get great treasure. You might just check it out.
It sounds like a cool place, right? Like there's so many different weird things that could happen there. There's ancient sites. There's a fucking potential giant snake to run away
it's
from.
It's like Area 51. You don't want to go check it out. There could be some crazy.
There's some
shit.
stuff. You're gonna get a story out of it, right? It's about the experience. So anyway,
for sure.
That leads me to believe that this big mountain and that disgustingly huge throbbing sound that we're hearing is a fucking monster snake. And if so, I would have not wished to see my end with a more noble...
Your second end.
Second end. With a more noble and cutty-offy group of people than you two men.
Well, I gotta say something. It seems like, there is some kind of like, what is that, like a grumbling underneath this?
That's not good.
Well, that's the feeling of a sound of something that is way larger than you and will eat you, and is probably mad at you.
The summit is just right over the ledge, though, and...
I don't want to get anywhere near closer to the sound. It sounds to me like death, and I'm comfortable where we are now.
Don't get closer to the bad sound. So he's going right towards it.
Don't kill yourself.
I'll do it.
No, hold on.
Don't kill yourself.
Don't. I mean, if you have to.
What did you just throw off?
Is he bowling?
He threw something off. What did you throw off? What was that?
I don't hear it.
Nothing happened.
Nothing.
Okay, so we're talking bottomless.
I have something else.
It's like a bottomless ravine we're dealing with now. Wait, what do you got now?
I got something else.
What's this?
Okay,
Wait,
something.
go.
You just saying something.
Okay, there he throws it, and look at him go, and nothing once again.
Well, fuck me.
What was that little experiment?
Whatever's down there is like carpet.
I mean, there's nothing down there, and we got something else coming the other way. So we were basically between a rock and a giant snake.
All right, whatever.
Please smell of Oracle. Contact C-Lab 2218 and initiate transfer.
What the fuck does that even mean?
I don't
also,
like that.
That voice was so rad.
Crazy.
That was one of the most
monster.
rad snake voices I've ever heard. But
Totally
still.
giant snake. Totally
Oh
giant
my
snake.
God.
There's no way it's not a giant
my
snake.
God,
we are
dude.
bugged.
Oh my
This
god.
thing's always been cool to me, man.
I'm gonna puke. I'm gonna puke.
I'm gonna puke. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm puke.
I don't want to do
I'm
it.
gonna die. I'm
Whatever
puke.
the fuck we're doing.
Wait, what's that sound? What's that sound? What's that sound? What's
I'm
that sound? What's
disappearing.
that sound?
I'm disappearing. You're
Oh god, it's happening again. It's happening again.
Fuck.
God damn it, not again!
Thank you for listening to Fort Fritz. Be sure to follow us on Tweetwat, Spliker, Egg Machine, Single Dads Seeking Single Robots.net. Thank you for listening to Fort Fritz 2218.